What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to bring you the first video of many for MLB The Show 18 onto my YouTube channel. It is 4:12 in the morning. I did get off work a few hours ago, so we're going to try to, go through this, and then I'll probably get one game for you guys so we can see if we notice any difference. But I'll give you my thoughts and opinions. We'll try to read through this quickly and get through this together.
So high above, they see me.
Version 1.10. Adjustments made to the range of PCI movement outside the strike zone on all difficulties beyond rookie. Veteran is allowed 1.5 inches. All-Star, Hall of Fame, and Legend is allowed 3 inches. In two-player games, hit types will more closely match PCI input. Single player is unaffected. Slightly smaller PCI coverage affecting weak hits and tip fouls. Does not affect solid region of the PCI. This change affects all modes. Accuracy improvement for swing analysis PCI feedback, especially when swinging early outside or late inside. This affects the visual OSD only and not gameplay or results. Parentheses. Note that even with good timing feedback, you can be slightly early or late when early outside or late inside. This triggers a small power penalty and moves the PCI slightly, in parentheses. Fix certain stats with the universal profile that were showing incorrect values. Users may see these stats have reset but will now record correctly. Smaller PCI and slightly increased pitch speeds in ranked seasons, battle royale, and events. Users will no longer be penalized for quickly re-entering the pause menu in BR games. Users will now be prompted to pinch hit in BR when a pitcher steps up to the plate. Created players in Diamond Dynasty will now accurately show stats above 99 while in game. Note, equipment bonuses will not display in the front end DD menus. And that's all we got, guys and girls. It was a quick little patch note, and my thoughts on it, honestly, if we're gonna go through it real quick. The adjustments made to the range of the PCI movement outside the strike zone. This scares me because I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how many times that I've given up a hit that maybe in real life 2 times out of 10 you're gonna get a hit, but in this game it seems like they give it to him 8 times out of 10, where it'll be that ball that's literally 3 balls under the strike zone and he hits it up the middle for a hard hit. I don't know why that it happens like that, but it does. So for them increasing the range of the PCI movement outside 3 inches for all the pretty much competitive game modes is kind of scary. That's pretty much telling me that there's going to be some more cheesy hits and more hits that probably normally, if that's even correct 2 words to put in the back-to-back. I don't even know where I was going with this. Probably normally wouldn't be hits. Let's get back on track. Come on, guys. It's only 4:15, 4:16 in the morning, Anyways, slightly smaller PCI coverage affecting weak hits and tip fouls. It doesn't affect the solid region of the PCI. So pretty much it's telling me that the PCI is a little bit smaller, the coverage of the zone. So you're gonna, obviously, if you're not on the ball, you're gonna get more weak hits and tip fouls. Accuracy improvement for swing analysis PCI feedback, especially when swinging early outside or late inside. This affects the visual OSD only and not gameplay or results. Note that even within good timing feedback, you can be slightly early or late when early outside or late inside. This triggers a small power penalty and moves the PCI slightly. So I think this is important to note. I think for a lot of the new people, and even the people who play this game all the time and who are veterans, need to realize that there are situations where you do hit a ball really well, but you can even feel when you're early or late. It'll say good timing, if the balls, you squared up a pitch pretty well, but if it goes to right field, you were slightly late. Maybe not late, but just, a little late, good late. They should have good late. San Diego Studios, you should add a good late. That would clear up everybody's dilemma, a good and a good late. But anyways, we'll go back to this. So that's kind of good. So they're pretty much saying that they're going to improve the accuracy for the feedback, so you'll be able to know hopefully how well you hit the ball or how well you didn't hit the ball. I mean, and the only thing is the very end of that where it says when early outside or late inside, this triggers a small power penalty and moves the PCI slightly. I know earlier they had a lot of patches because the PCI was moving up and down in certain areas, like early or late. So this should be interesting because they literally saying right here that the PCI is going to move slightly, and the small power penalty is fine, but the PCI moving slightly, we'll have to see kind of how that works out. For everything else in here, they fixed the universal profiles, you know, all that junk. Right here, the smaller PCI and slightly increased pitch speeds. This is, I know, another big one. I've had a harder time being a lot accurate, I should say a lot more accurate this year on pitching, just for the fact that I don't know, just the slower pitch speeds have just been really hard to deal with, and I've gotten it down, but I still just am not very perfection, or I should say have everything perfect at all at pitching. So so they're gonna do, you know, some things with, you know, quick entering the pause menu in BR. They're doing some, you know, menu change with your creative player, but for the most part, I think you know, it is what it is, and we got to deal with it. So maybe we're gonna get into maybe one game right now. Actually, we will get into one game and see if we notice anything different. We're gonna play some ranked seasons. I actually added a couple silver players actually starting in the lineup because that's how broke the game gets sometimes. You could take literally bronze and silver players and they're just as good as Mike Trout and all the crazy diamond players. So we'll get right into it. Stay tuned and sit tight.
Yeah, I just wanna drink tequila with my friend. She says she cheated cause she trying to get ahead. The more I read it, yeah, the more I take offense. I'm so defeated, I can't get outside my head.